All right. Hey, happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to the Southeast Region Training Call. It is April 29th, 2016, and we are super excited to be here and have some amazing information to share with you today. We love doing these regional training calls and hope that you will find them beneficial. We are excited because so much is going on at Beachbody right now. We're kind of like in that spirit of getting ready for Summit, and we're feeling stuff coming on and teams are growing. And we have for you today a coach who is just on fire. I'm going to give you a little more info about Jatana Jackson and her profile and some of the great things that she's doing and some real cool things that she's got going on in her business that you guys will learn about. And as she shares with you the information today, you'll see why things are going well for her. And she's been willing enough and happy to share those with you. So excited for today's training. Before we get started, though, I am going to turn the time over to my cohort in crime in the Southeast region, our regional sales manager, Miss Keyshawn Graves. Keyshawn?
I am here. Good afternoon, Southeast region leaders. Keyshawn Graves here with a few announcements you need to know about May. First, as you already know, we're still in April and there's still a month left for you to dig deep and get it done. So push through the finish line this month, April, and there are some pretty sweet things in store for May. Speaking of dig deep, as you already know, all challenge pack promotions are for Insanity Max 30 and size. Leaders, while the Kickstarter options are still available, just know that it won't be as heavily promoted by us because we really want to get back to the basic and simple principle that fitness plus nutrition plus you as their support equals success. And it doesn't get more simple than the My Challenge Tracker app. If you're not using it, you're crazy. But here's your chance. We're giving away $20,000. 20,000 smackaroos in May to 40 coaches who set up a challenge group using the My Challenge Tracker app in May. Leaders, lead the charge with your team on this. There are more details on how you and how your team, how your leaders can earn that $500 in FAQ 4061. Our Success Club promotion is an invitation to join a live webinar with none other than Brian Tracy. That's right, the 3 Lives Club in May gets you personal development with one of the best speakers, leaders, self-development gurus living. The 5 Lives Club, Success Club 10 in May, gets you a chance to move up the line. That's right, if you were one of the really unfortunate ones who stayed in the States with me, as we watched everyone else set sail, this is your chance to guarantee you move up that registration list. The details there are in FAQ 5064. And if you're one of the top Success Club point earners in May, the top 350 diamond and above, and the top 350 ruby and below, guess what, guys? You will earn an invitation to the Shanti live workout at Summit. Woo! I'm pumped, but wait, there's more. What else do I have for you? Summit parties. We have 2 for you this year. The first is the Success Club party, and that's when you earn Success Club 10 in May and June. You'll receive that invitation. The details are in FAQ 3684 there. The second is the Leadership Ladder party. You want to end the month as a team leader or higher in the Leadership Ladder and be paid 2-star diamond or higher for at least 1 bonus week in May and for your invitation. The details there are in 1593. Woo! Lastly, if you or your team aren't on the Beachbody Champions page, get there. It's a wealth of business-related knowledge, and we'll be doing some pretty cool tributes in the month of May. And the last thing is if you're wanting to attend the leadership retreat later on this year, remember that qualification to have earned the 20 elite points and be paid 5-star diamond or higher for at least 1 bonus week ends July 31st. Woo! So much in store for you guys in May, but remember, there's still plenty of month left here in April to get it done. Craig, that's all I have for you for announcements. I'm passing it back to you.
Thank you, Keyshawn. Are you sure that's it? I mean, is that really all? Holy cow, you guys. That was a mouthful. Thank you, Keyshawn. Certainly, it cannot be said that Beachbody does not put its money where its mouth is, right? We're all about helping end the trend of obesity, making a difference, and helping to push our awesome coach network to do things that take them to the next level and to create some fun. So, wow, Keyshawn, that was a lot of announcements. Those are a lot of cool things that are going on. As Keyshawn mentioned, you guys connect to that Champions page on Facebook because we're always putting out content, training, tips, things to tie you into that. And then also that TBB Coach 411 can be your best friend. Everything that Keyshawn just mentioned, if you go to the tbbcoach411.com website, it's all in there. It's in the hot list. Share that stuff with your team, guys. Certainly as business people, if you are in the coaching opportunity to create a business for yourself, having the resources that the company puts out there are big. So take advantage of those and definitely leverage those. If you were a business owner and you said, I'm going to have someone that's going to put $20,000 into a promotion for my business this month, I would take advantage of that. So anyway, lots of cool stuff going on. All right. Okay. Thank you, Keyshawn, for those announcements. Let's turn the time right over then to none other than the CEO and founder at Team Epic. Jatana Jackson is currently a 8-star diamond coach in 9-star qualification and has just locked in even a 10th diamond. Guys, she is on fire this year. She is working her pants off and has just done some amazing things, not only to reach titles, but her and the Success Club success that she has had and her team have been nothing short of amazing this year. And she showed me a while back some of the things that she was doing to get these results. And I said, Jatana, you've got to share these with our coaches from around the region and throughout the U.S. Would you be willing to do that? She said, Craig, I'd love to. So we're very excited to have Jatana Jackson lead us in our training today. Jatana, go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Well, wow. Thank you, Craig. Thanks for having me on the call. I'm actually in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina on vacation. So, this business is so portable. I can do it anywhere. All right. My name's Jatana Jackson. I love all the credentials you said. I'm a Ruby personality. So I'm like, yes. What do we work so hard for? There it is right there. And I have a cup of Keyshawn right here. I just call her like my cup of Keyshawn. She's like a ball of energy. I love you. Can I just have a moment with you every morning when I wake up? Awesome. I'm so happy to be here, and I hope that this call helps you guys in your business and helps you duplicate yourself with the coaches that you sign. I have found that challenge groups are where it's at. Like, seriously, if you have done challenge groups, it's going to affect your Success Club, and it's going to affect your business, and it's going to affect your passion and drive each month when you pursue Success Club. You won't have that anchor of like, what am I going to do this month to hit these goals? And our team has found a rhythm that is working and is duplicatable. I'm talking about hitting Success Club 10 and above the first 2 weeks of the month so that you can turn around and really love on your challengers and obviously start signing some coaches. So, and work your business. You have to continue growing your team and being in management mode a little bit. So if you can get that Success Club out of the way at the beginning of the month, then you can focus most of your energy on your team and continuing to grow your business. So that's what I've been doing. A little bit about me. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2 boys. I have a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old. I do this with them climbing all over me. So it's possible for anybody. And I started this whole process with insanity, got amazing transformations, tired, depressed, stay-at-home mom, and thought, you know what? Every mom in the world needs to know what I was able to do. And I kind of came at this with like a fire and passion because it changed my life and I wanted every mom to know about it. So when I go on social media, that's what I'm blasting. I'm like, listen, this is what I was and this is what I am and you need it. I come at it with no holdbacks at all. So I went on the message board, right? Really old school. And I emailed, even more old school. I don't know if you use email. I don't use email very much, but I emailed some random chick on the message board because she was doing insanity and asked her, like, please, I need help. I was a college cheerleader. There's no reason why I should be failing at insanity. I should be able to do this. What am I doing wrong? What I was doing wrong and what I was missing was the community and accountability of a challenge group. And this is what I have made the anchor of my business, what's allowed me to hit very high Success Club numbers, especially when new products roll out. And then also be able to duplicate myself and my team. So I'm on a new laptop and I'm going to share my screen and hope that everything goes smoothly. And my sexy tech savvy husband is not in the room. So let's hope that nothing goes wrong. All right. bringing up, and Craig, if you could just tell me if you can see my slide. You can see it? Awesome. All right, we'll just skip past the fact that this was for my team. So what do I do every single month? One, I run amazing challenge groups every single month. A brand new one with a brand new title so that when I market it to my social media, I have something new and exciting for them. I pour my heart and soul into my challenge groups. I make sure my challengers have the full experience, especially their first go around. Because that's the moment where you're introducing Beachbody into their life, and that's the moment either it's going to change or it's going to flop. And I can very confidently say I have not had one challenge group since I started this format that has flopped. All of them are rocking. And I hear it all the time from other coaches of like, man, my challenge group is so dead. That doesn't happen on our team. Our challenge groups are rocking. They're amazing. They're changing people's lives. And that's why hitting Success Club is so easy, because we have people waiting in line to get into our challenge groups. All right, so I'm going to kind of show you how I do my sneak peeks and why I'm able to hit Success Club quick, easy at the beginning of the month, and then pour into my 80% of my time back into my business. So I tend to do a call to action post probably on a Monday morning or a Sunday night. That's kind of prime time for my target market, which is moms. We get our kids on the bus, and then Monday morning, what's the first thing we do? We're like, whoa, what's going on with the world? We get on social media. So I always have a call to action post. And I like to run what I call a challenge group sneak peek. I know a lot of people do coaching sneak peeks or coaching at a glance and things like that. But I actually run challenge group sneak peeks. Now, I know you guys are going to have lots of questions. When I've done this call before, there's a lot of questions. And I'll answer them all at the end. But I'm just going to go through this and write down your question, and we'll go through it at the end. So my team, this is how we do it. We have a call to action post on Monday morning with an action plan for the month. What's the name of our challenge group? For this example, I have my Holiday Hotness group. I posted it on November 2nd. And my call to action, I like to make sure that the first line is like screaming at Jatana back in the day, 3 years ago. I talked to Jatana. And you know what Jatana did 3 years ago during the holidays? Is I was wearing those cute little sweater dresses with my boots with Spanx underneath. And if you've ever worn Spanx, they're a pain in, sorry, Craig, you don't wear Spanx. I know you don't. They're a pain in the butt. They're awful. They're miserable. Not only are you wearing a sweater, but then you got to wear this tight thing underneath. It's horrible. And cocktail dresses during the holidays, and you're wearing Spanx. So I'm talking to myself, and that's what I always tell coaches. Make sure that when you are promoting a challenge group, or in this, like a challenge group sneak peek, that you are talking to you before you started Beachbody. Use that verbiage that would reach out to you and speak to you. So I just talked about the Spanx thing because it's kind of funny and relatable. And I used a little image from PicMonkey. I am not tech savvy at all. Like, I'm terrible at technology. So if I can do this, anybody can do PicMonkey. I grabbed a little image on Google Image with an ornament and a measurement. I think I just put fitness and holidays and saw what popped up. And I put some common questions in the cover photo. What is it? How long does it last? What do I get? How do I join? All that stuff's going to be answered in my sneak peek. And then I give them the link, a very non-invasive way for them to come check it out, just like we do in our Coaching at a Glance, right? So they can come check it out at their own leisure and not feel like they've got to ask me permission to be in the group. And I always put no coaches, please, like, because you don't want like everybody in the network drowning your group where all your prospects are. And then this also is a great way when you have those back conversations in your inbox, you know, the ones that's like loaded down your phone. You're like, oh my gosh, I know I've talked to people, I've got to do follow-ups, and they're everywhere. I like to collect all of these people into that group. So when I'm having a conversation about Shakeology, or I'm having a conversation about 21-day fixed meal plan, or what do I do to work my legs, or whatever the conversation is in my inbox, I can say, hey, Keyshawn, girl, I am so excited to talk to you about this, but I've got to plug you into my sneak peek because it's going to answer so many of your questions, and other people might actually learn from the questions that you have. Do you mind if I add you in that group so that you can learn a little bit about what I do? And usually Keyshawn's like, sure, girl. Fine, I can take myself out if it's annoying. That's cool. So I set up the free sneak peek. It's a closed group because I don't need people flowing in and out with my personal prospects. But started out with a closed sneak peek. Now, I change the theme every month because we're marketing it every 30 days. And if we always market it as in, I'm starting a challenge group on May 2nd, I'm starting a challenge group on, like, your audience is like, oh my gosh, stop with the challenge group thing. I'm tired of it. So I like to make it a little more fun and change the title of my group every 30 days. My degree's in marketing, so I have a lot of fun with it. And I just kind of tailor it towards the time of the year we're in. New year, new you. It's kind of cliche, but whatever. It works. People love it. Love Your Body was in February. Makeover Mama, and I kind of added a little twist of I was going to put beauty and fashion tips, which is another love of mine. So I'm adding value to my audience. So even if they didn't even want to know fitness, and they're like, I love Jatana's makeup tutorials, they're going to come in there because they want to learn more about it, and they might be exposed to my fitness challenge as well. So those are some examples. I'm trying to remember what mine that's going on right now that I'm promoting. Oh, Summer Strong. I'm so creative. I totally stole Beachbody's challenge group name. That's okay. All right. So in my sneak peek, right, I've posted on my wall on, I think it was November 2nd was the example that I used. In my sneak peek, I like to have my transformation story. This is one of them, but another one that I actually post in the group is like 3 paragraphs long. And it's basically my heart, my story from day one to where I am now. My financial rewards from this, my spiritual rewards from this, my social rewards from this, and of course, most importantly, my physical change that has happened from these groups. And so I share that in one of the very first posts. There's a little welcome post as I start gathering prospects, but my transformation is one of the first posts that they see. And I like to have mine. I don't use other people's transformations in my first post. And if you don't have a transformation and you've been doing Beachbody for more than 3 months, there's a big problem. You need to be drinking your Shakeology and you need to be doing your workouts, because you have to be a proof that the product works, or these people are going to think you're just trying to sell them something. The best way to help somebody with transformation and for them to believe you is that you've done it, you've been through it, and you've seen the rewards of it, and now you're going to show them the way. So this is a little transformation picture that I have a bunch of different ones throughout the years. This is just an example. So the very first post you're going to do in the sneak peek, now it's only like 4 days long, 3 days long, maybe even, is your transformation. So we're being proof that the product works. Oh, I'm like not tapping the right thing. Okay, not tech savvy. It's a little off-centered. Sorry. You get the point. Okay, so my call to action post in my sneak peek is something to this effect. It's a little off-centered, but it basically lists out everything they're going to get. And I do a drawing of everybody that buys a challenge pack, and I give away size as like a little perk workout. Everybody likes getting something for free. So they purchase a challenge pack, and I do a cool call with them, which I'll show you in a minute. And I draw a name, and somebody wins a prize if they bought a challenge pack for me. Now, on the right, you're going to see a bunch of people who've ordered. What I like to call this, and I don't think I've tagged this, is probably somebody else's words, the power of positive peer pressure. It is golden. It is so golden. I don't know if you've ever seen this video, but there's this video on YouTube, and it's really weird, but it's so true. There's this guy, and he's out in like Lollapalooza or something in the middle of a field, and he's dancing, and he's by himself. Everybody's sitting on a carpet, and he's out there by himself dancing. He looks like a total fool, standing by himself. It's like everybody's watching the concert. Why is this weirdo out there dancing by himself? Well, one person decides to get up and dance with him. So now it's like the 2 of them, and they're dancing, right? And then all of a sudden 3 or 4 people jump up, and now there's like 10 people dancing. And then before you know it, within 10 minutes, there's like 75 people up there dancing. And the one guy who started doesn't look like a fool anymore because everybody's having a good time. That is the power of positive peer pressure. And that is what I use in my challenge group sneak peeks. And I use it in my coaching sneak peeks as well. And it works great. So you look, I posted on November 6th, and Ashley wrote done on November 6th at 12:39. Kim wrote done. Jennifer wrote done. Let's see, Ashley, Kim, Jennifer, Beth, Melanie. That's 10 points in one day. Success Club 10 in one day. And then it keeps going because I leave it open, and I start doing countdowns. Like, we're starting in 4 days. You have 3 days left to order. You have 2 days left to order. Count it down, and I'm going to show you some of those posts. For example, I think May 18th, May 16th, whatever the first Monday or the 18th or 16th, Monday in May, is when my next group starts. So I think it's the 11th. So it's 18th. The 11th would be my order by date. So I'm starting a sneak peek right now, and I have these posts getting ready to go up on May 1st, my call to action. And people can respond as they order their challenge packs. So I don't know if you know, you got a recording of this, but basically I personally do, and this can be totally different for you. I love to do 21 Day Fix as my very first sneak peek challenge group. Now, as I get them through 21 days, I might roll them into something else if they feel like they want something else. And of course, if they're like, I want to do P90X3, wonderful. You can do P90X3 in my group. That's okay. But for me, my target market, like 99% of the time, a stay-at-home mom or a woman is going to benefit from either doing 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme. That's just my target market. Yours might be different. So you could put a list of different options for them in your sneak peek. All right. So I incentivize with a prize. We always incentivize because it gets people excited about investing in themselves. So they get their challenge pack, and I put them in a drawing, and they get to win a prize. I do lots and lots of videos in my sneak peek, and I make sure that I'm like not all done up. My hair's in a braid. I've got my little beach body jacket on, and I talk real. Like, this is who I am. This is what I've gone through. A lot of these people who join these sneak peeks have no clue who I am. They followed me on social media, and some of you guys who have been in this business for a while know those people who follow you, and then they jump in these groups and they don't feel real comfortable with you yet because you don't know each other very well. Well, videos are a great way to share your heart and be more authentic and real with people, and not just in text and pictures. So I do lots of videos in my challenge group sneak peeks. All right, sure keeps going. Power of positive peer pressure again. So on the 16th, I listed out that everybody that bought a challenge pack from me. Now I think I hit like SC26 this month, the month that I did this. Let me note that was in November, when every coach is struggling to hit Success Club. The worst month in Beachbody history tends to be November, because everybody's going into the holidays and they're thinking about eating and buying presents. They don't want to spend money, and they want to eat whatever they want. So November is a really difficult month as coaches, and I was rocking it at SC26. So this just goes to show you that this works. So I listed out all the names. One, it's for me because I can get a good running tally of everybody that decided to join the group. Some of these people did just purchase programs. So if you're going to ask that, yes, I do allow people in that, like, I'm allergic to stevia, so I can't have Shakeology, or whatever it is that they can't do Shakeology. I still bring them in because I want to encourage them and help them on their health and fitness journey. So I listed out, and underneath this post, typically, there's like 3 or 4 stragglers, and they're like, oh, wait, I want to be on a list. Power positive peer pressure. And they jump in, and they get their order in, and it pushes them off the fence a little bit and making that decision. You know, there's people that sit in your inbox for a long time. They're like, yeah, I want to join challenge group. And then you don't hear back from them, and you have to follow up. Well, this is a great way to influence them a little more, and they can see, I'm not the only dummy doing this. And they're not dummies, right? Because it's such a wonderful thing. But sometimes people feel like, am I getting duped into something? Like, is this going to, am I wasting my money on this person? They can see that everybody's doing it, and we're all in this together. So I take and keep everybody in that group. And what do I do with the people that decided not to do it? I let them know that my next group starts, I'm just throwing dates. My next group starts January 2nd. And if you were not able to join in on this one, that is okay, because sometimes it's just not the time for them financially or mentally. And I want them to be ready, because when I take them into my challenge group, we are going hard and we're going all the way. And you are going to finish this 21 days and you're going to be super proud of yourself. So if you're not ready, that's okay. I'm going to start another one on January 2nd. I'm going to put you on my follow-up list. Do you mind if I follow up with you then and see if you're ready? And so I have a running long follow-up list. So, you know, the 15 people or 30 people that join my challenge group for 1 month, I usually have about 40 people that didn't, right? There's always a larger amount of people that didn't. Well, I have a continuous running follow-up list that I can always go back to. Does everybody join the next month? No. But I continue to follow up with these people and see how they're doing. So this is just a welcome post for those who decided to join. And here's how I start to stir up some referrals. Everybody loves referrals. People outside of my warm market. I post, little rules, like it's a judgment-free zone. We're going to have fun. You got to participate. Oh, by the way, post your picture below, right? So everybody posts their picture below. And I create this fun little cute collage with everybody that's participating in my challenge group. And I ask them, is it okay if I share this on my page? And if you guys go to my page, you'll see these. And so I posted on my wall. And when I posted on my wall, I'm saying, hey, if you see a face on here, give them a round of applause, a huge shout out, because in 30 days, their health and fitness is about to change. We are about to totally transform them from the inside out. And then I let them know the next group starts January 4th, like you can see on this post. And people are cheering them on in the post. Way to go. Thanks, B. And they're like going back and forth and interacting with one another. Well, I tagged every single person on here. What happens there? It shows up on their wall. And their audience begins to see that, Susan or Stacy or Stephanie is doing a fitness challenge. And she's a part of something that's not just her talking about it. She's a part of a group of people that are doing it. And this has created a great source of referrals. It's also expanded my warm market into the colder market of people that are their audience. And then also exposes who could be a potential coach. Because people have an influence on social media that they don't necessarily realize could be really beneficial for them in the business at this point. But when they have 14 people cheering them on and 7 of them are asking about the next challenge group, I'm like, oh, hold up, Stephanie. I would love to sell all your friends a challenge pack. But why don't we do this? Why don't we let you become a coach? You'll get a discount on your Shakeology the next go around. And I'm going to mentor you and your friends through this process. I'm going to help you coach them through it while you're still going through the journey as well. So not only does it help referrals, but it also exposes who would be a potential coach. And this, I could say, let's see, 5 of these people in this picture are now coaches, and this was in November. So the turnaround time is pretty quick. And then I do a kickoff call, and I don't like this picture, so I'm going to fast forward past it. But it's a Zoom call. I didn't pick it, but it's a Zoom call just like this. What am I doing in my challenge groups? I groom my challengers to become coaches. Every single task that they do in my challenge group is grooming them to be amazing coaches. So that when I plant the seed or the idea that they would make an amazing coach, and I don't say it freely to everybody, I say it to people I honestly think would make amazing coaches, and they might throw back the fearful excuse of, I don't think I know how to do all that. Oh, really? Well, guess what? Everything you've been doing in my challenge group is what coaches do. And so my turnaround time from a challenger to coach, honestly, it's within 2 or 3 months. And I'd say about 75% of my challengers become coaches. So it's a very good rate of changeover between challenger to coach. So the Zoom call, this is like a good old time. I call it a pajama party half the time because I don't want them to get nervous of like, oh my gosh, I've been following this girl on social media. She's like famous, because they think like these weird things. We're in our pajamas and we're having an amazing fun time, and I'm explaining the program, what the challenge group's going to be like. They go around and introduce themselves. I want this to become like a club. Like, these girls don't know each other. They're all complete strangers. But when they leave this 21 days, they feel like they're a part of a sisterhood. And that's how I run my challenge groups, is these girls, they become close friends, which is kind of weird because like when one of them becomes a coach, for example, Afton, one of my coaches, now one of my diamonds, was in my New Year, New You group. Guess what? She's going 1 star. She was in my New Year, New You group, and she's about to go 1 star. So she has been able to duplicate me and now is duplicating it in her coaches. But it's funny because she was a part of one of these calls, and my challengers are now like, congratulations, Afton's on going diamond, you know what I mean? Because they know her, they were part of that group. So they start slowly getting influence on the whole Beachbody culture. How do I keep them engaged? Big question, right? I make sure that there is a fun daily task that they have to do. And the daily task is groomed towards them becoming coaches. But I give them a Google spreadsheet doc, and I don't mind sharing this in the page. But they have to complete the daily task. They get 1 point. I'm trying to read it. It's really teeny tiny. Do your workout and post a sweaty selfie. They get a point. They drink their Shakeology. They get a point. This is an honor system, of course. They invite a friend or family member to the next challenge. They get 3 points, referrals. And then if they post on a Beachbody fan page, like the 21 Day Fix Facebook page, hey, I just lost 5 pounds in Jatana Jackson's Holiday Hotness, tag me in it, Holiday Hotness Challenge group, they get points as well. And what does that do? You know what? There's a lot of people out there that bought 21 Day Fix on Amazon. And there's a lot of people that borrowed it from their neighbor, or they bought it off Craigslist. Whatever it was that they did, they need a coach. And so those people who are scrolling on social media and they see this coach who's helping this girl lose the weight, they kind of either come follow me, which for a little while is fine, or they might even reach out to me. Now, let me side note, I am insanely ethical because I don't like when this is done to me. If that person is working with a coach, absolutely not. What I do is I say, I love you and I'm cheering you on. Who is your coach? Are you plugged into a challenge group? And if they're not, I might actually nicely send that coach a message and be like, hey, your girl Susan, like she really wants to plug into a challenge group. Are you running one right now? Can you help her out? So never, ever, ever, if somebody comes to you because they found you on another fan page, ever take somebody else's challenger. Horrible. Not good. It's happened to me, and it's not a good feeling. So make sure you do that and you're ethical about it. But there are a lot of people who own the programs that have been borrowed or bought off Amazon that need your help. So this is a spreadsheet that I do that keeps people engaged. And at the end, I give them a prize. I mean, it could be a gift card to Starbucks. It could be a workout, a Lululemon gift card, something like that that's fun for them. It could be a workout tank top from Kohl's, like anything. They are super excited about. 21 Day Fix tumbler. I've done that before. People love to win prizes. And at the end of the challenge group, what do I do to turn this into a coaching opportunity, right? I give them 3 options. Now, I wish I would have clicked see more on this slide, but I didn't, so I'll just explain it to you. The first option they have is they can join my next private challenge group. They're allowed 2 rounds of a Jatana challenge group. Now, I have a team group called Epic Empire Accountability, and it's where my discount coaches who might sell 1 or 2 challenge packs here and there can add people, and it's also there for my veterans, the people who have finished 2 rounds of Jatana group and are going into Epic Empire Accountability. That's where they go. So they can join for a second round into my New Year, New You group. Or option 2, go into Epic Empire Accountability. They're like, I'm cool, I'm good, I'm on a rhythm, I got this. Or option 3, which I write, is my favorite option. You could join our coaching team and begin to pay it forward. Just like you've benefited from this, let's reach out and help other people in your influence benefit from this. And that's option 3. And basically what I do is I have a group always open, and it's a coaching sneak peek that is just there and never closed. And that way they can come in and be like, I want to join the next challenge group, but I kind of want to see what the coaching's about. So they can add themselves. I just put them in the link. Or I put the links in there so they can add themselves to the group. So it's less management on my side. But that is how I run it. And it's due every single month, same thing, repeat. I mean, I've met SC11, I think, on day, 6 or something like that of this month. So it's working, and it's working for my new coaches as well. And it's duplicating itself. So that's what I got for you. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them.
Wow, Jatana, I'll let you take like a drink right there and add a few comments, and then we can open it up for questions. So yeah, get a drink, relax for a second. Thank you so much. I know that takes a lot of like energy and effort to keep all that stuff going. That, you guys, was amazing. What I loved of what you've done, Jatana, is you've really created a system that not only attracts people. You've got the marketing part, the pipeline part, so you're always bringing in new people, and then you just taught us how to leverage that list to even create the new pipeline of prospects for the next challenge group, which is so important, you guys. Sometimes we just get uber focused on the one that we're doing, not thinking that of those same people, they can refer us to new people or bring in other people, so that pipeline is always being filled. So I thought that was a critical takeaway from what you've shown. And then again, just the duplicity of it, where they see how it works, how it's running, and then there's the invitations at the end, to act. And then, of course, in the middle, the actual cool challenge group participation, a themed way to participate, a fun, interactive way, a way that uses, what did you call it, positive peer pressure? Was that the term?
Power of positive peer pressure.
Power of positive peer pressure. That's a quadruple P right there. But just excellent, you guys. Such a cool thing, and really addresses every aspect of the business. And, Jatana references this back to, hey, it's a great way to hit Success Club. I mean, she's rocking Success Club, so is her team. But really, it's, the bigger picture. This is beyond Success Club. This is who we are. This is what coaching is. This is the way to, to teach people how to create better versions of themselves and then help other people to do the same. So want to make sure that that's not lost in it, in it, what it is. It really is a system for that. So, all right, I'll let you get to the questions here, Jatana. If you go into the chat, you'll see them.
Do you ask permission? Absolutely. So before I post the collage, I post the collage in the page, our group, and say, hey, ladies, or it's usually ladies for me, but hey, ladies, this is the collage that I made. Is everybody okay with me posting and tagging? I have never had anybody tell me no, but I always recognize that I should seek permission and know that there might be some like psycho ex-boyfriends or something out there. They don't want to know what they're doing. So I do get the permission, and I've never had anybody say no. How long before your sneak peek starts that you start advertising? Long before your sneak peek starts, you start advertising. Okay, so for example, my sneak peek just opened up yesterday, and I leveraged the performance pack as an example of, instead of going, I got free stuff, I took a picture and I'm like, I got some stuff for you. And I utilized the performance line to say, hey, this is going to be the prize for somebody in my challenge group sneak peek, right? So I just did that, yesterday or 2 days ago. So on May 1st, because I am in Success Club already, and May 1st, I'm going to start, I did my transformation picture already, it's in there. And on May 1st, I'm going to do my call to action post. And then I start counting down until May 11th, which is my order by date, because they have to order it by a certain date so they can start with us on the 18th. So we're all on day one together. And do you run this on a personal page or through like page posting after? Okay. So my like page is terrible. I have built a 9-star business. My hubby has 2 diamonds on his weak leg, so he's a 1-star, all from my personal Facebook page. So I have not poured into advertising at all, which I should. That's like what my degree's in. But I've just found that it's not broken. Let my wife try to fix it. So right now I'm just sticking with that until I completely max out on my personal page, and I haven't started advertising. But I guarantee you, if I were to learn the art of advertising on a like page, that this would explode. I'm just kind of nervous about it right now because it's already huge and really effective. Also, what platform do you advertise for the sneak peek? Like I said, my personal page, I do post it on Instagram, and I've had 1 or 2 random people from Instagram who follow me. Now, Instagram is a whole new monkey. Like, I don't know who said this. Maybe it was Trina Gray. I don't know. But somebody said that Instagram is like getting a magazine. Like, say you go and you buy a wine magazine because you want to look at wine and learn about wine, but then you start seeing Labrador pictures and like water park advertisements. You're like, I didn't buy this magazine to hear about a water park. I bought it because I want to learn about wine. Well, that's Instagram. So you have to be really careful with Instagram that you understand it completely before you start pouring your heart and soul into that. So I do post it on there, and I do get 1 or 2 stragglers from my Instagram account, but majority, all of it is from my personal page. And tagging those women and expanding my warm market super effectively, organically, and easily. That's all the questions that are on the side. I don't know if anybody wants to ask a question.
Yeah. Any other questions, you guys? Either come off mute or put it in the chat. Awesome. Jatana, you've done an excellent job. I don't know how you could not have seen all of this information and not picked up just an amazing number of golden nuggets of how to improve, the process of running your challenge groups, your sneak peeks, marketing yourself, getting referrals, tying people into a system. This really is an amazing thing that you've put together. I know it's required a lot of effort and trial and error, you guys. So know this, Jatana, this didn't happen overnight. She didn't just, oh, hey, I came out and did this perfect the first time. I know she's put a lot of work into this and had a lot of trial and air with it. And so learn from the things that she's learned from, apply these into your system. And again, it may take you some time to find a little bit your marketing niche or who your audience is, and, you know, and where they're drawn to you. But find that what works personally for you, and then apply the principles that Jatana's taught here. And I know that you'll see some improved results, and you'll see success as you continue to be consistent in this. Maybe I'll end on that note. Consistency. Jatana is doggedly consistent in this. It doesn't matter what she's got on the calendar. She just got through this last weekend, you guys, hosting and being a huge part of the Mrs. Virginia pageant. I'm sure you've seen in her marketing, she was Mrs. Virginia 2015, you know, had all these responsibilities and places she had to be, and, you know, put on this pageant the last weekend, yet she still showed up. She still got 9-star qualifying, you know, locked in, put another diamond on the table because she's consistent in it. And as she's gotten that flywheel going, it really has just been something that, you know, it continues to move. The momentum goes forward. And so she's a great example of that as well, you guys, and hope that you'll follow. Hope that, you know, as you put in your consistent work, that the results will come through. That's one of the promises we have with consistently doing the right things, is you will harvest the hard work that you put in. So you guys, thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to all who are watching this recording. We appreciate your support, and have a wonderful day. We'll see you.
Bye, guys.